So I'm up. So clearly I wasn't going to do as much sleeping on this drug as I did on gemcitabine or however you pronounce it, because apparently I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. So, but I've just been having a conversation with my cousin on WhatsApp, and she has reminded me that oncology has been somewhat remiss in checking the supplements that I'm taking. I need to take, or I'm taking quite a lot of stuff. And just before they were going to administer the gemcitabine the first time on the 9th of October, I said, is anybody going to take this bag of supplements, the large shopping bag that I have, and check them out? And she said, hasn't that been done yet? I said, no. So she picked up the bag and strolled off to the pharmacist, came back 15 minutes later and said, the pharmacist wants to see you. Now, she said she separated the drugs into 2 bags. And the ones that she understood, which were the ordinary vitamin jobbies, she was okay with that. But there were about 5 other bottles that she wasn't sure of. I think one was moringa, one was ashwagandha, and can't remember the rest. But I just thought, I'm doing it anyway. Getting the stuff in me to try and counteract when, things, when I start the full up. So I've been taking them, and I will take them tomorrow. But what I will do on my next appointment at Royal Free on the 22nd, I will bring up again, I will list in, actually I think they physically need the bottles to see all the ingredients. I will take that with me and get them to check it out again, especially for this new regime. So I'm glad that they've brought that up, actually, because I hadn't thought about the difference between, the one stage, the one chemical regime and the 3. So I should get that checked out, really. So yeah, that's something I'm going to have to do. The other thing is my temperature. If I look at the book that they give you, which is your cancer treatment record, and it says, is she? Call your 24-hour advice line immediately or call 999 if told to do so. If you have any of the following: chest pain, difficulty breathing, generally unwell, shivery episodes or flu-like symptoms, temperature above 37.5, temperature below 36, being sick, vomiting, diarrhea, bleeding or unusual bruising, swollen or painful legs, sore mouth that stops you eating or drinking. And then it's got, that's the red section, and then there's the yellow section going through those things again. And what does it say? Be vigilant if things get worse or continue. In terms of tiredness, skin changes that are not itchy or painful, mood changes, difficulty in coping with the treatment, loss of appetite. Well, there's certainly been no loss of appetite. So, my temperature was 35.4 at about 10 to 1, and it was 35.2 at about 5 past. But I've taken it again and it's 35.6. So theoretically, I should have called this 24-hour emergency line. But I know I'm not a doctor, but I don't feel that there's anything wrong at this point in time. And so I'm just continuing to take my temperature for the next 20 minutes or so. And it's going up. It's now 35.6. So I'm working on the basis that it's going to continue to go up. If it goes down, I will call. The other thing that's happened is my sugars are horrendous. They're supposed to be between 4 and 10. They sit usually around 6. I've just taken it and it's 15. And my diabetic consultant said, you've got a whole different world of problems now with this chemo, because the steroids that they give you that you take for 3 days shoot your numbers up, and then she just wants to stab me with insulin. And I said, I don't have diabetes anymore. She said, you're going to have high numbers when you take those steroids. And lo and behold, she's right. So I need to take some drastic measures in terms of food. I think I don't need to I don't need to go back to be listed in any way diabetic, even though I didn't have to inject. I am going to absolutely watch my diet, and probably just eat salad for the 3 days, because it's just not worth it. And all the mulled wine I've consumed over the last week, that'll have to go. And I can't eat chocolate anyway, it seems at this point. Not only it doesn't matter how minuscule the chocolate is and how careful I am, I always manage to get some on my clothes, so that's annoying anyway. But it seems under chemo, as soon as I eat chocolate, I break out on my forehead and on my face. And this time it even happened on my legs. That's never happened in 61 years. So, yeah, it's going